morning, friends. Oh, I'm so happy to be here with you today. Today is the day of our dance party. We are going to have so much fun later. I can't wait. I've got some excellent songs that you guys picked to dance to. So for now, let's get started by singing our good morning song. Are you ready? Good morning, little sprouts. How are you? Good, good. Good morning, little sprouts. How are you? Good, good. It is time to start our day. We will learn and work and play. Good morning, little sprouts. How are you? Good, good. So say good morning to mummies and daddies and brothers and sisters, and we'll say good morning to Mr. Sean and Theo. And we'll say good morning to me, Miss Tracy. Good morning. So I want to know today how you're feeling. Are you feeling different than you felt yesterday? Great feelings. So I feel pretty green. I feel happy. I don't feel as kind of hyper as I felt yesterday, but I feel really good today. Did you guys eat a good breakfast? Yeah, I bet you did. So that's important. That's an important part of my morning, is making sure that I get enough to eat to start my day. And this morning I did, so I'm feeling excellent. I have a lot of really exciting things to talk to you about today. We're going to talk about Crazy Hat Day. I'm going to make a crazy hat craft. Now, you can do your crazy hat any way you want. You can do it the same way I do. You could do it using an existing hat you already own. It doesn't matter. It's just about being crazy and silly. The other thing I'm going to talk to you about is our curriculum packages are going home on Saturday, and they have a ton of stuff in them. They're so full. So on Friday, I'm going to put out a video taking all the things out of the curriculum box and kind of explaining what we do with them, including there's 3 games I'm going to play with you guys through our Zoom meetings. So there's 3 different games, so I'm going to explain how each of the games works on Friday in a separate video. But for now, let's get started figuring out our day of the week. So yesterday was Wednesday, which means we have to sing our song in order to figure out what today is. So let's see our 2 fingers and our 5 fingers just like this. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Great job! Let's sing it in French. Are you ready? There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Dimanche, lundi, mardi, mercredi, jeudi, vendredi, samedi. So if yesterday was Wednesday, that means today is Thursday or jeudi. Today is Thursday, today is Thursday, today is Thursday, and we're going to have some fun. All right, we figured out that it's Thursday, but we still need to figure out what number this is. Now, I know if you're thinking about it, and the 2 and the 0 is 20, then the 3 and the 0 is, we'll have to find out in a second. Grab your pointers, grab your circle time sheets, and let's count together. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. 3 and 0 is 30. Great job counting with me. So we are going to write our date on the board as Thursday, April 30, so 30. So Thursday, April 30. And you know what's special about today? Today is the last day of April. It's the last day that we get to sing our song or talk about the date, as in it's April. It's going to be a whole new month tomorrow. It's going to be May. So, our song for our months, if you remember, we go January, so we're cold, February, March, and April. And then we make flowers with our hands. May, and then in June, we normally go swimming. June, and July is normally Stampede. July, and August, we're relaxing. September, the leaves are falling. October, we make a mask for Halloween. And then November, we salute for our Remembrance Day. And December is ho, ho, ho. So let's sing our song all together. Even though it's kind of disappointing that we won't get to do some of the things that we sing our song about, but that's okay. Let's start from January. So we're cold. January, February, March, and April, May, June, July, and August, September, October, November, and December. These are the months of the year. So whenever we say May, we're going to do our flower. But today we're still doing April, which is rain, right? April showers bring May flowers, hopefully. All right, so we figured out our date. So now we need to talk about the weather. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather, everyone? Is it snowy? Is it cloudy? Is there rain or is there sun? So take your looking eyes and look outside and tell me what weather you see. Great job. Il fait beau ou il fait froid? Does it feel nice or does it feel cold? It feels nice, doesn't it? All right, so let's put up, oh, the sun is still up there. I am going to put up, if I can find it, the clouds though, because I do see a few clouds in the sky. So I'm going to put on the panda's sneakers. Whoops. And the panda's pants. Now, it is really warm outside, and the panda might be doing some running and jumping outside, so he might get a little hot in his t-shirt, so I'm going to find him his tank top, just for something different to wear today. But as always, he needs to wear his sunglasses to protect his eyes and his hat to protect his head. All right. I have a really fun book to read to you today. So because it's Crazy Hat Day, I'm going to read you kind of a pajama day book. Are you ready? I'm a good listener, read me a book. My hands are in my lap and at Miss Tracy I look. When she sees I'm ready, she will say, here is the story I have for you today. So my story is about Pete the cat. Pete the cat and the Bedtime Blues. All right, are you ready? Pete and the gang had a great day. They'd been at the beach, surf and sun, and tons of fun. But when the sun went down, they didn't want the fun to end. Pete had an idea. Hey, how about a sleepover? More time for tons of fun. Groovy. Pete's place, let's go. So did they hop on Toad's motorcycle? Yeah. The party was far out, but they knew they couldn't stay up all night. The gang decided it was time to say good night. On went the pajamas and out went the light. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Do you think they're all going to fall asleep? Let's see. Pete was just about to catch some Z's when, clap, clap, clap. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, said Grumpy Toad. I don't want to go to bed. I want to clap instead. Pete covered his head. Oh, goodness. This cool cat needs to go to bed. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Time to sleep. Do you think they're all going to go to sleep? Pete tried again to catch some Z's when, rat-a-tat-tat. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, said Gus the platypus. I don't want to go to bed. I want to jam instead. Pete covered his head. This cool cat needs to go to bed. Time to sleep. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Pete closed his eyes to catch some Z's when he heard munch, munch, munch. Pete had a hunch. It was Alligator. He was always up for eating. What could Pete do? All the clapping, rat-a-tat-tatting, and munching was giving him the bedtime blues. Pete had a groovy idea. He got out his favorite bedtime story and started to read, first to himself and then to the gang. Is he reading a Pete the Cat book? Pete noticed it was finally quiet. No more clapping, no more rat-a-tat-tatting, and no more munching. They all settled down. No one made a sound. Pete yawned and turned off the light. Good night. Sleep tight. Time to catch some Z's. Tomorrow was another day for surfing, sun, and tons of fun. The end. That was a pretty good bedtime book, wasn't it? All about Pete the Cat and trying to go to sleep. All right, so today for my craft, I'm going to make a crazy hat. So I'm going to show you what I have. I've got lots of stuff in my tray. I have a big piece of poster board. I have a flower that I made. I hung this one from the ceiling for Mother's Day last year, but I'm going to use it for a different purpose today. I have some pipe cleaners, and then I've got some sparkly pipe cleaners. I have some fun tape. I have my crayons. I have a hole punch, and I have a stapler. Hi, friends. So I didn't realize the camera had turned off, so I'm going to kind of explain to you what I did. So I drew some flowers on my hat, and then I folded it into the circle, and I stapled it, and then I punched some holes, and I was just in the middle of curling the pipe cleaners when I noticed that the camera had turned off, and we're not really sure why, so now I'm gonna just continue on where I was. So I'm gonna curl my pipe cleaners because they're crazy, and I'm gonna spread them out a little bit. I only have a couple more to go. All right, you guys think my hat is crazy enough? Or do you think it should be crazier? I always think things can be crazier. Okay. I did not use any tape either, so I might use some tape later and put a little bit of tape on. So there's my pipe cleaners. And all I'm going to do later is I'm going to put this inside somehow. So I just kind of grabbed it off the table, and I'm gonna fit it inside like that. I'm gonna attach it so that it doesn't fall out, and so there's not a string in my face. And there's my crazy hat. What do you think, Mr. Sean? Do you approve of my crazy hat? Excellent. So I can't wait to see what you guys come up with for your crazy hat for our dance party. It's going to be amazing. All right, so today for our activities, I had down that I want you to work on some Play-Doh, and I want you to do some dry erase tracing. So I want you to practice those lines, the squiggles, and the straight zigzags. I want you to work on all of those skills. And I want you to try starting from top to bottom, if you're doing the squiggles, and moving around your body. So I want you to kind of practice this motion a little bit. All right, so the only thing I have left for you today is the magic box. So let's see if we can figure out what's inside. Oh yes, I remember what I put in here. Okay, so Bella wants to know, is it red? So yes, some of it is red, but some of it is also purple, blue, green, and yellow. So I want you to think about things that I have in the classroom that are all those different colors. So red, purple, blue, green, and yellow. Devin wants to know, can it transform? Not on its own. It's not a transformer or a robot, but I can make different things with it. So sometimes my friends like to have a party at carpet and use it to decorate. Sometimes they like to use it as a necklace. Sometimes they might like to use it as a collar or a leash. There's lots of different things you can make with this. Jason wants to know, what would it do if it were alive? Well, it wouldn't be alive, but if it was real, you'd probably use it to tow things with maybe, or pull things behind you. If it was real and really strong, you could do that. So it is red. It's also purple, blue, green, and yellow. It doesn't transform. If it were real, you would use it to pull things or hold things or tie things down. And as I did tell you kind of how we use it. So at school, my friends sometimes decorate with it or make leashes and collars or necklaces with it. So I want you to use those thinking brains, and I want you to think about what we have in our classroom that I sometimes put out for you to play with. We use it to make patterns. We use it to make long strands. Have you guessed what's inside my magic box? If you guessed that I put in my colored links, you would totally be right, because you can make a necklace with it, but my friends also like to hang them up when they make really long strings and decorate for a party. All right, so that's all I have for you today. I can't wait to see everyone at our dance party later tonight. So let's get out our working hands and sing our goodbye song. All day long we worked and played, worked and played, worked and played. All day long we worked and played, and now our day is done. Wave goodbye to all your friends, all your friends, all your friends. Wave goodbye to all your friends until we meet again. Bye, friends. See you tomorrow.